Good afternoon all. Just finished my seated exercise session at a medical practice. I've had to switch up the music. I normally play music that the participants enjoy, but also incorporating some other additional sounds that they might not be familiar with. I had some new participants today join, so I'm always mindful of not to go too hard in the session, because I want them to feel welcome, accepted, and yeah, that's what I did. So yeah, I had a good session. I've not done it for the last 2 weeks, so it's been nice getting back into it. And even for me, you think seated exercises are going to be easy, but trust me, even I work up a sweat just doing them. And I always have to be mindful, okay, these are people that might have had some sort of operation or pain, so I always give variation on the exercises that I do, and I always give them some exercises to take away and just letting them know what muscles and all that good stuff, where it works. So that was cool. Just about to break my fast. Not even too sure how long I've fasted for. I don't really, although I still track how long I've fasted, I don't have a particular goal or anything like that. It's just a very, very natural thing now, and most of the time I'm fasting, it's dry fasted. And if you didn't know, a fun fact: one day of dry fasting is the equivalent of 3 days water fasting. So that shows you the intensity and how deep you go when you dry fast. But I wouldn't recommend dry fasting for everyone that's starting out or that might be experiencing some problems, although for the most part it is good. So yeah, but as the title says, socially acceptable addictions, and this is the world that we live in, where your common addictive things have become socially acceptable, so that it's kind of disguised as not an addiction, but it is. The first one, the one that a lot of people probably don't realize, is coffee. You probably heard, if you in a working environment, I need to have a coffee before I do anything. It's like having that quick fix. Like, it's a thing. And coffee ain't good. Even in moderation, it's probably okay, but it ain't good. You might find studies that say, coffee is this, that, and the other. but it ain't. And for me, coffee doesn't agree with me anyway. I like the smell of coffee, I like the taste of coffee, but the effects of coffee, yeah, they definitely don't agree with me. And even though I could drink coffee before, now if I drink coffee, 1, I start to sweat, 2, I get hot, 3, it makes me sick. Like, my body is so sensitive, and it's mad, my body's so strong. Imagine your body being so strong but so sensitive. It's like opposite ends of the spectrum, like the polar opposites. My body's so strong, but it's so sensitive. So although many people will probably be able to get away with drinking coffee and all sorts of stuff and not feel any sort of an effect, I do. My body tells me this ain't for us. This is not for us. So coffee being the first one, I'm gonna have to tally it together. But food being the second one, because the food choices that people go for are not even healthy, not even contributing to the overall well-being. If you wake up in the morning and you say, oh, I need to eat, and your food choice, the food that you're eating, is not even complementing your vessel, you're just feeding parasites at this stage anyway. But that's another topic of discussion. Like, the food that you're eating is not even fueling you. It's suppressing you. It's suppressing your emotions. Suppressing your trauma. Yes, there's a time and a place for everything, but I also believe there's got to be a time and a place for you to become aware enough to know that these things are not serving you. I've been there for years, but when you wake up, it's hard to go back to sleep. So yeah, food being another. A lot of people can't fit, well, a lot of people believe that they can't function or do anything without food. They have to have something to eat before they do certain things. Trust me, that's not the truth. It's not the truth. It's a program, and to get on top of a program, you need to challenge the program. You have to challenge the program. And yeah, some people may say, oh, well, that's easy for you because I don't know, I was in the exact same place as most people in terms of food wise. I can't say the experiences are exactly the same. Experiences are always different. Even if you go through the same or similar experiences, it's always going to be a different experience because you're going to see it in a whole different light. But yeah, this has been a journey for me, and even where I'm at now, like, this was not intentional. This was not intentional. To live a predominantly raw lifestyle was not on the radar. And even though I was very aware of raw plant-based and all that sort of stuff, I was like, I love cooked food too much to even give that up. And here we are. here we are. It definitely wasn't intentional, but my whole being, all these 100 trillions of cells in my body are now awake. Maybe not all of them, a lot of them. They are awake and they are receiving the information that I need to take myself to another level. So yes, food being a major addiction, especially the types of foods that you're consuming, whether it's high sugar, highly processed, and even the things that you think are healthy have been sprayed with a bunch of stuff. These oranges I've got, they're not organic, but you do what you do. You do what you can. It's better than eating chips for me. But also, if you intend to eat chips, maybe you need to eat the chips at that particular moment of time because of an experience that you're going through that's too intense, and that's either you do that. It's either you do that or you do something else, which is probably worse. So that's food. So we've got coffee. I can just say drinks, beverages. There's loads of sugary drinks and beverages, but coffee being a socially acceptable one, like it's okay. Places offer you coffee, and loads of places offer you loads of things, but coffee, yeah, that's a major problem. Coffee, food, sex. It's a real thing, man. It's a real thing. And I can speak on all of them because I've been on all of them. I've been there. So I'm able to speak on it very well. So yeah, you know, I don't even know what how to approach. Sometimes I don't know how to approach what I want to say, because obviously whoever's meant to get whatever they get from whatever I share, that's just how it's meant to be. But man, so many people are depressed, and it's sad. I was depressed before, not no more. When you break away from, I'm always gonna say it, I'm gonna say it again, fasting will change your life. And I say that because it changed mine, and so many other people that I know. There's levels, there's layers, just like an onion. You've got to take it step by step. You're not gonna jump on a whatever fast, and if you have an expectation of becoming this, I don't know, you can't expect to be somewhere where you've never been, because you don't know what it looks like, you don't know how it feels. That's why I say you have to take it step by step, layer by layer. Some people may feel like they need to rush because they may have some health implications and maybe don't have the information to know that actually they can, 9 times out of 10, cure themselves. I will probably be sharing this message, sharing information as long as I live. The lifestyle I live is not popular, it's not the norm, it's not common, but there's a reason why. There's many people that may live a similar lifestyle to me that were scattered all over the world, because if it was all in one place, then the message probably wouldn't be able to spread as far and wide as it needs to. That's why there's many seeds that are planted in different places, so that we can reach more people. So it's a collective effort. But I know for a fact, well, nothing's factual really, is it? But I know for sure, for certain, in my soul, in my complete being, that one, my life is only, excuse me, gonna get better. But just because it means I think it's going to get better doesn't mean that I'm not going to experience hurt, sad, sorrow, you know, the emotions of life. That's just how it is. But overall, I just know my life is just continuing to get better and better, and it's exciting. It's actually exciting. It's actually exciting. And I hope that so many more people implement the information that one I share, but just to take them on that next level. I shared something yesterday. It was from an interview that Gillian Berry done with I think his name's Eli, and he was talking about, and this is something I've felt for such a long period of time, and I'm so glad that for someone that's been on a journey being him for such a long period of time, he spoke on it. But it's something that I've kind of had an understanding, and I felt like an inner knowing for a very long time, was that I don't believe that you can, I believe that people can be spiritually aware and get to some super high levels, but I feel like it's kind of hindered and cut short because the vessel that they're in is not matching up, is not aligned, it's not clean, it's not, I just don't see it, to be honest with you. And that's probably why there's certain things that I just don't resonate with. Because I be feeling, man. I know what I know without knowing, without any information. Well, no. Well, I guess you've got to have some sort of information, or maybe you don't. Socially acceptable addictions. There's loads. If I break it down, there's loads. So yeah, all I can do is be an example of someone that also was a part of socially acceptable addictions, and continue to live my life and lifestyle and just share to whoever's ready to hear different information, whether it aligns with yeah. But life's good for me. Life is good. I know I want everybody to experience this, but the reality of it is not everyone will. So yeah. So I better go because I have a meeting. But I thought I'd just tap in. Remember, do your research. Do your research on any information, one, that I say, and two, on anything that you get. Just because you look up to someone and they might share some information or something, do not take it as gold. Ignorance is bliss. When you think you know it all, you put a ceiling, you put a roof on your potential, you put a roof on your learning, you put a roof on your growth. If you become a student and you forever be a student, the door is always open for new experiences and growth. Don't shut yourself short and don't cut yourself short on your potential. And on that note, I'll catch you in the next one.